Okay, today we have started the multi-threading concept. Multi-threading, before going to start the multi-threading, we should be aware of the task. Task meaning work. So in the task, we will have the single tasking. We should know the single tasking. Performing only one work at a time, we can say single tasking. Is there any examples for the single tasking? Yes, we have the examples. Like any person can do the same work at a time. We can say single tasking. Like right now, I am doing the teaching. So teaching is the one work I am doing at a time. After this, I will dictate the notes. So that is the second like a second task I am taking second time, and I am doing the second task, and after that assignments. Single tasking meaning performing only one work at a time, we can say single tasking. Single tasking. After that, multitasking meaning performing multiple tasks at a time is called multitasking. For example, like we have the examples, like the one person is walking, meanwhile the person is listening the music as well, and one person is watching, and meanwhile the person is reading the books as well. The person is reading the books as well. And if you perform the single tasking, it will take if you perform the single tasking, it will take lot of time to complete our tasks. And if you go for the if you perform the multitasking, it will take very less time. Then among these two, which one is recommended? Second one, multitasking is the recommended. Multitasking is the recommended. Okay, sir. Multitasking we can achieve in two ways. What are the two ways? Process based multitasking and thread based multitasking. Process based multitasking meaning, the best example is our operating system. If I open my operating system task manager, if you can read this on process, these all are the process working in the same mission same mission process. These all are the process, like Chrome, Eclipse, Prism. So these all are the process working in the same system, same uh, same mission. Then such kind of all the processes will be working in the same system. We can say process based multitasking. Thread based multitasking meaning, if you take one person, one portion will be executed multiple times, like to execute our program logic parallelly. Then then we need go for thread based multitasking. Thread based multitasking. So with the help of thread based multitasking, our work can our work can complete quickly. We can complete we can complete work quickly. And Java supports multi-threading use cases for multi-threading use case to go for multi-threading, to send the SMSs to all the customers at a time, send the emails to all the customers at a time, and generate and send the bank statements to all the bank customers. Okay, fine. So after this, we should know about the threads. We have the two kinds of threads. One is predefined thread. Second one is the user defined thread. Predefined thread meaning, this is the public class demo is the class, and here we have the main method. In the main method, I have written some dummy message. Hello is the some dummy message. Like whenever I am executing this file, I am executing this program, then JVM will use the execute this, like this program. Then that kind, I would say that thread is called main thread. That thread is called main thread. Like till now we did written many programs. So all the programs we are executing, at the time of execution, JVM will take the will use the internally one thread, that is the main thread. Main thread also we can call default thread. So whenever you are executing the program internally, JVM will internally execute the main thread. With the help of main thread only, we can able to execute the programs. We can able to execute the program. That is the predefined thread. That is the default thread. For execution of any program, we required main thread. With the help of main thread only, you can able to execute our program. We can able to execute our program. Okay. Is there any proof for main thread, sir? Yes, we have the proof. So for that proof, I have written here actually, like okay, I will write one more time. This is the main method. In the main method, I would like to write sysout statement. Here I will write thread dot current thread dot current thread. I'm save the file. I'm running the file. Okay, if you observe here, this is the thread name. Thread name is the main thread for executing. Like till now, whatever the programs we executed, all the programs, the JVM will use the internally one thread, that is the main thread. This is the thread name. Thread name is the main thread. Thread priority is the 5, and thread group is the main. Thread group is the main. So you got the clarity. Like whenever you execute the program, you like it or don't like, JVM will internally it will use the one thread, that is the main thread. That is the main thread. Main thread also you can call like it as the user predefined thread, or that is the default thread. For execution of our program, JVM compulsory will utilize the internally one thread, that is the default thread. That is the default thread. So I hope you got the clarity about the predefined thread. Next, after the predefined thread, we'll have the user defined thread. User defined thread meaning, based on the situation, based on the requirement, we will create some custom threads. So such kind of threads you can say user defined threads. We can create the thread in two ways. One is by extending the thread class, another one is the by implementing the runnable interface. And the difference I will tell what is the difference between the thread class and runnable class. So among those, like why we have the two ways, and which way is the recommended among those two ways, I will explain clearly. Right now you should aware, we can create user defined thread in two ways. One is the thread class. By extending the thread class, thread is the predefined class actually, runnable interface. Second one is the implementing the runnable interface. Thread is the predefined classes, and we'll try to understand, like is there any methods available under the thread class. Thread is the predefined class, and we'll have the document. The document, I will go here, I will open the documents, Java documents. So in this document, simply go the java.lang package, java.lang package. Under this, we will get the thread class. We'll get the thread class. Yeah, go scroll down. So this is the thread class. If you open the thread class, if you get the thread class, if you open the thread class, then you can observe here. All of you, can you please read this line? All of you, could you please read this line? A thread is a thread of execution in a program. JVM allows an application to have a multiple threads execution running concurrently. Concurrently meaning parallelly. Parallelly. If the program will have the, like you can assume, one program will have the 4 methods. If you want to execute all the methods at a time parallelly, then we will go for the thread concept. We'll go for the thread concept. You can observe here, thread is the class, and thread is extends object. Object is the superclass, all the class in the Java. The object is the superclass. Object is the parent class for all the Java classes, and it is object class is implementing runnable. It is implementing the runnable. So this is the definition for the thread class. JVM allows an application to have multiple threads of execution running concurrently. Okay, if I scroll down, so these are the methods available. So active count is the one method, and dump stank, enumerate, get id, get name. You can if you can observe here, get name meaning we will get the name of the thread name, we will get the name of the thread. So I will show you how will you get the name of the thread, like so I will delete this one. So first I will take the thread t, like I will current thread equal to new thread. So this thread is the predefined thread. I am creating object for the predefined thread, and thread dot get name. Okay, I'm save the file. If I run the file, we can observe we can observe we can observe thread 0. We can observe thread 0. We can observe thread 0. Basically I would say same, I would like to tell the same statement. I'm copy this statement from here to here. I will copy this statement. I'm going here instead of dot get priority. So I am saving the file. I'm running the file. So thread, so this is the thread name. We'll get the thread name. So thread dot 0 and main thread both are same. This is the thread name, and here we will get the thread priority. Here we will get the thread priority. So this is the way, like we can get the clarity, like whenever we are executing the file, and every time JVM internally will use the one thread, that is the default thread, or we can say main thread. This is the main thread, or we can say predefined thread. So we have the already predefined thread. At the time of execution of all the programs, every time JVM will use the internally one thread, that is the main thread. I hope you got this point. I hope everyone clear with this point. That is the main thread. After the main thread, we'll have the user defined thread. We can create the user defined thread in two ways. One is by extending the thread class. Second one is the by implementing the runnable interface. One is the extending the thread class. Second one is the by implementing the runnable interface. So we'll observe one by one, then we'll get the clarity. So first I will go the first approach, and I will try to implement the first approach. So demo is the class name. I am extending the predefined class, that is the extend thread. I'm extending the thread class. Okay. Now I will take this one. Okay, I will take this one. This is the main class. In the demo class, I will take one method, normal method. I will take public void run is the one method. In the run method, I would like to take one dummy message. That dummy message I would like to take sysout statement. Here I will pass some a dummy message like run method executed. Okay, this is the instance method. How will you call the instance method? You need to create the object. So I am creating the object demo d equal to new demo. Okay, so I am calling the run method. I'm calling the run method. And before calling the run method, I would like to display the some dummy message like main method started, main method started. And after this, I would like to display the one more message, that is the main method ended, main method ended. Okay, you guys clearly understood. If I run the file, which line got executed the first time? This line will be executed. Which line? Main method started. After this, we are calling the run method. Whatever the statements will be available under the run method, this statements got executed. This statement is got executed. This statement is got executed. So I will write the, I will show you the paint actually, then guys will get the clarity. So I hope my screen is visible for everyone. Okay, I am taking. So the first time this line got executed. This is the first line. I would say this is the first line. After this line, we are calling the run method. We are calling the run method. So the second time, whatever the statements available under the run method, these statements got executed. These statements got executed in the second line. And third line, this line got executed. So in the third line, this is the first one. And second one, we are calling the method. Whatever the method, the statements is available under the run method, the statements got executed in the second case, and in third line the main method got executed. This approach we can say sequence approach. Sequence, the controller is got executing the sequence way. Sequence meaning the controller is first going to here, and the controller second time it is going to the method, and what are the statements are available, statements is printing, and after that the control is again is coming to a final last statement, and it got the statement got executed. This is the sequence approach. This is the sequence approach. If I go for the sequence approach, to perform the sequence approach, it will take lot of time to complete our task, to complete our task. So that is the drawback. So how will you overcome this drawback? So that's why we are going for the thread based multitasking. I will show you. I will run this program, and I'm saying like first it will execute the first line, and then second line it will execute the run method, and third time we'll see. I will run the file and we'll see the result as well. If you can observe, run, I'm running the file, you can see the result. Find main method got executed, and method got executed, and again this statement got executed. This is the sequence approach. I don't want to go for the sequence approach. I want to run all the methods parallelly. Like how many methods are available in the program, I want to execute all the methods parallelly. Then we will go for the thread based multitasking. Now you can observe here. Now what I am doing, this is the main method actually. Now I would like to create one thread. The thread is what I am creating. Predefined thread already we discussed. Predefined thread already we are completed. Like every program, whenever we are executing the program, the JVM internally it will use the predefined thread, that is the main thread. Now we are discussing about the user defined thread. User defined thread, based on the project we will create the user defined threads. We can create the thread in two ways. One is by extending the thread class. Second one is by implementing the runnable interface. I will tell you the difference between the thread class and runnable interface. So before difference, we should create. Now we are creating the user defined thread. So I am going the first approach by extending thread class. Okay, I have successfully extended the thread class. Okay, fine. And within this demo file, I have taken one method. This is the normal method, and this is the main method. Okay, you guys clear? Till now you guys clear? Now what I'm doing, this is the instance method. How will you access the instance method? We should compulsory create the object for. I would like to take a thread. thread. Okay, you guys, can you please observe, this line is creating object for our class. Demo is our class, we are creating object for our class. This is the object creation for the parent class. Who is the parent here? Thread is the parent. I am creating the parent. So this is the object. This object is having run method. This object is having run method. But this object, I am passing this D as a input to the thread class. Thread class. Thread class. What we are doing here? We are associating. We are associating our demo object. Our demo object to thread class. Thread class. You got the clarity. Now what I am doing, I am calling. So we need to start the thread. We need to start the thread. Okay, I am starting the thread. I am starting the thread, but I am not calling any method. Just I am starting the thread. I am starting the thread. Now here I will take few more statements. Sysout statement. Here I would like to take run method started, and here I will take one more statement. Sysout statement run method ended. Run method ended. I am saving the file. I am saving the file. So previous case, what we did observe, previous case, this line got executed the first time. After that, so the controller will go to the next line. So next line we are calling the main method, I would say run method. Whatever the statements are available under the run method, the statements got executed. After that, the last statement will be executed. Now in this case, we can observe, I am saving the file. For this run method, I am associating with the thread. This main method already having the main thread, and this method we are now we are like created one custom method. We are assigning, we are associating this method to the custom thread. This is the custom thread actually, and main method is the main thread. Right now in our program, in this program, we are having two methods, two threads actually. One thread is the main thread, second thread is the custom thread. We are assigning this run method to the custom thread. Okay, now I am running, I am executing the file. You can observe what the result will come. First main thread is got executed, and then run custom thread got executed. Custom thread got executed, meaning the two threads executed parallelly. But previous case, what will happen, first this line got executed, so after that this line got executed, after that this line got executed. That is the sequence operation. If I go for the sequence approach, it will take lot of time to complete our program. It is very time taken. So instead of that, if I create the thread, if I create the custom thread, this main thread already having the main thread, that is the predefined thread. Whenever you mention the main thread, then it will execute the JVM will internally execute the main thread. Okay, and now I have created the one custom thread, that is the custom thread, that is I would say custom thread. So when I am created the custom thread, when I am running the program, then it is executing all the methods concurrently meaning parallelly. So parallelly main method got executed, parallelly this method also got executed. So this is the main advantage, uh, like instead of sequence approach, when will you go for the multi-threading, we can, for example, in your file, uh, in your program is having 10 methods. Like if it will go for the one sequence approach, the file executing and printing time, it might be taking 2 minutes at least. So instead of it will take 2 minutes, uh, like I would say, so instead of that one, we will take the methods concept, thread concept, and you can execute within the within less time. That is the main advantage we'll go for the threading concept. We'll go for the threading concept. I hope you guys clear with this point, like the difference between the user defined thread and predefined thread. Predefined thread meaning like whenever we are executing the main method, then JVM internally uses the predefined thread, that is the main thread actually. And custom thread meaning, custom thread or user defined thread meaning based on the requirement, based on the project, based on the situation, we will sometimes we will create the I would say user defined thread. User defined thread, the main purpose of these threads creating is performing our program within less time, within less time. So in the interview perspective, in the interview perspective, they will ask the question, regular question, they will ask the regular question. We'll have the we can create custom pre user defined thread in two ways. One is the thread class, another one is the runnable interface. So why like is which way is the recommended, which way is the recommended, so they will ask like that. So implements runnable interface, I would say implements runnable interface. Okay, so you can observe, so before program I am extending with the thread class. Now I am implementing the runnable interface. Runnable interface. Same file I am running. I am running. Okay. You can observe the result. If I go for the thread class approach, if I go for the runnable approach, so the result we will get the runnable. We will get the result is same. Then they will ask the like we can create the thread in two ways with the help of I would say thread class and runnable interface. Which way is the recommended? Which way is the recommended? Okay, I will tell for that question answer. uh, for example, this is the demo class actually. So in the inheritance concept, thread is the parent class, thread is the parent class. So we can inherit the properties from parent, one parent only. We can inherit the properties from parent to child. Parent must be the only one parent. It is impossible to inherit the properties from two parents, two parents. I hope you guys clear with this point. Thread is the already one class. We can inherit the properties from thread to demo. Demo is also one class. Demo is also one class. We can inherit the properties from here to here, here to here. I would say if you go for the thread class, so for example in future if you want to modify, if you want to change anything, inheritance, inheritance not possible, inheritance not possible. Why? Because already thread, already parent class, demo is the child class. We can in the inheritance principle we can inherit properties from only one parent. Thread is already having only one already having parent. Then in the future if you want to modify anything, inheritance is not supported in this case. Inheritance is not supported, inheritance is not supported, it is not supported for, it is not support for inheritance, inheritance. Okay, it is not support for the inheritance. And what about the interface, runnable I would say runnable interface. So for example same thing I am taking demo, and if you use the runnable interface, this is the runnable is the interface, this is the interface. And if you want to use, if you want to implement in the future, then this is the interface. If you want to inherit the any properties from any class, you can take, we can take. So this, it supports the, it supports the inheritance, inheritance. So among those which one is the recommended, among those two which one is the recommended? Second way is the recommended. So first way is not recommended. Why? Because thread is already class, so we cannot we can able to inherit the properties from only one class. We can able to inherit the properties from only one class. So if you want to inherit from any properties from a different class, no, inheritance is not possible. Inheritance is not possible. That's why this approach is not recommended. This approach is not recommended. By second approach is recommended. Why? Because this is the interface. If you want to inherit any properties might be in future, then you can extend any class. So that's why always this way is recommended. This way is not recommended. This way is recommended. This way is not recommended. So today you guys, what you will do now, you should basic understand, you should understand what does it mean by task, what does it mean by single tasking, and what does it mean by multitasking, and what does it mean by process based multitasking and thread based multitasking, and what are the use cases for the multi-threading, and what does it mean by predefined thread, and what does it mean by user defined thread, and under the user defined thread we can create the user defined thread in two ways. by extending by extending the thread class is the one way. By implementing the runnable interface is the second way. So among in the interview perspective, so we can create the thread in two ways. One is the extending thread class, and second one is the implementing the runnable interface. Which one is the recommended? Interview perspective, they will compulsory ask the question. So among those two, second way is the recommended. Why? Because it supports the inheritance. So second way is the recommended. First approach is not recommended. First approach is not recommended. So this is the thing. This is the like we should aware of what does it mean by predefined thread, and what does it mean by user defined thread. So please go through it. I will share. So I will share these notes to in the group as well. Please go through it. Yes, any queries about a predefined thread and user defined thread? Any queries? Any queries? Anyone? Vasanta, you understood?
Yes, sir.